So, get in there, my son. What's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Come on, let's be having you. With a cheeky little bit of transfer news for you, all the latest goings on of the day from Manchester United in regards to lots of players, people like Christian Eriksen, Martinez, and Jong, etc. We've got all the latest updates for you through this show. How you doing there, guys? Thank you for joining us, everyone in the chat. Kate Cadet, Ruddy Can't Game Man, what's going on, my son? How you doing, boss? Fire Up, Eddie Trooper, MH17, Hoopman, Kieran, Ashley, Ninja Starman, Kate Cadet, Ricardo Dos Santos, Sonny Igbins, Sin Games, Anthony Okonkwo, Denzel Washington, The Hoff, 100%, Sean, and everybody else as well. Thank you very, very much for getting in here and getting in at the start of the stream. So do us a favour at the start of this show. Smash that like. We're a little bit slow on the uptake on this one, so smash that like. Give us a boost up there on the algorithm. Drop a little thumbs up on it at the start of the show. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much. Also, share it around on social media if you're that way inclined. Please do give it a cheeky little retweet or a share somewhere. You know that helps us out too. So where do we begin, guys? Come on. Finally, we've done it. We've announced Christian Eriksen. Manchester United have officially announced the signing of Christian Eriksen as a free agent. Get in there, you beautiful bastard. What a fantastic signing this is on a free transfer. Can't really ask for much more, really, because it's such a fantastic deal. It frees up other money to be able to buy players with, but it also gives us a good player, somebody to come in and replace the likes of Lingy and Mata. So get in, it's a fantastic signing. Ruddy Can't Game, thank you so much, bud, for the super chat. He says, got my beers and snacks. Going to the beach. Oh, why is that? Is that to try and drown your sorrows about losing Lisandro Martinez to Manchester United, my son? No, I'm just joking. Hey, Roddy, have a great day at the beach, my man. Thank you so much for getting in. Can we get a Sue in the chat there, my son? Thank you so much. Simon Cowie, get in there. He says, Eriksen done, Martinez next, and De Jong incoming. Get in there. Get him on the plane already, says Sin Games. Absolutely. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the biggest news really of the afternoon is that Manchester United have completed the signing of Christian Eriksen. Here is the tweet from Manchester United. Christian Eriksen is a Red. We knew it was coming anyway because it's already been announced that there was a 3-year deal that had been agreed here between Eriksen and Manchester United. And it was just a case of obviously having pretty stringent medicals and getting everything in place and finalising paperwork. It seemed to take a really long time. I don't really know why. Classic Manchester United for you. But we did get the deal done in the end. Zayn Miassi says, bring it on, Spurs reject. Zinchenko incoming. The Arteta revolution continues. Well done for beating a pub team. Okay, thank you, Zemiasi. Hey, I finally know what you mean now by Arteta revolution. I always wondered what you meant, Zane. Thought you meant he was doing something, revolutionary there. But what I think you actually mean is just the fact that it's revolving. It's revolving, mate. I think that's what you mean by revolution, is it? Because you're just going to go back to square one, mate. He's going to get sacked soon. So, yeah, have fun with that one. But thank you so much there, Sammy Asti, for getting in with your super chat, my son. And Gungshi with another super chat, you legend. Thank you so much for getting in here, sir. He says, Pig, we've been talking about how we'd like to have Eriksen at United for 2 to 3 years, and we've got him. Get in there, my son. Gungshilioni, you're absolutely right, mate. I'm no joke, no kidding. When Spurs signed him originally for 8 million or 12 million or whatever it was, originally thought, what an absolute mare we had not signing him back then in 2012 or whenever it was. So, in all fairness, I couldn't agree more, Gungshi. This guy is a really good player and somebody that's going to just bring quite a bit of technicality to the side as well. Like, he is a very good, skilled, technical, creative player, which is something we're lacking in a little bit. Hopefully, we can just add him to the squad for depth and also for competition for the likes of Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno shouldn't be starting just for the sake of it. You saw again today, actually, in the first half, what did Bruno Fernandes do against Melbourne Victory? Nothing really. He's got to get consistency into his game just like anybody else. So competition from Eriksen should hopefully do that. And look, if a player like Bruno is not doing the business for us, well, then Eriksen should hopefully be able to. Ruddy can't game. Well, maybe you could. I could probably arrange that. Naz 786. What's going on? MH17. Our first Premier League game. I think it's the 7th of August, isn't it, against Brighton? So we've got plenty of time here. Hey, what's going on there, Nathan Best? Does one of the mods want to drop the Erickson article in the chat? Yes, please do. Nathan Best, how are you doing today, sir? Thank you very much for getting that on there. Absolute legend. So this is what Christian Eriksen had to say after it's been announced or on the website. This is what it officially says. Eriksen said, Manchester United is a special club, and I cannot wait to get started. I've had the privilege of playing at Old Trafford many times, but to do it in the red shirt of United will be an amazing feeling. Come on, Christian! Get in there, Christian Eriksen! Man after my own heart right here. That's what I want to hear, my son. Thank you for saying these words. Then he said, I have seen Erik's work at Ajax and know the level of detail and preparation that he and his staff put into it every day. It is clear that he is a fantastic coach. Having spoken with him and learned more about his vision and the way he wants the team to play, I'm even more excited for the future. I still have major ambitions in the game. There's a huge amount that I know I can achieve, and this is the perfect place to continue my journey. Come on, Christian Eriksen! So Ten Hag a factor, of course, as to why Christian Eriksen's come to Manchester United. The allure and the pull of playing for such a huge club, like United, is big on its own. Let's be perfectly honest now, it is massive on its own. But having Ten Hag there, somebody with a big reputation, and obviously he's an Ajax, ex-Ajax manager. Eriksen came through that system, of course, previously. So it's kind of like, well, there's some sort of link there, right? Now, what it means is, of course, we are expected to go and play a different type of football as one attacking type of football, which Eriksen seems to want to be a part of. So those are all very good words that he said there. Loving what Christian Eriksen said. And it seems like Ten Hag is a big factor in the reason why he chose Manchester United as well. I'm sure the money and also the name and just the size of the club that Manchester United is obviously a big factor as well. But certainly Erik Ten Hag being here is a plus point for somebody like Christian Eriksen. So that's excellent. I mean, Laurie Whitwell, by the way, this afternoon has reported from The Athletic here that Christian Eriksen is not expected to join the Man United squad on tour. So whether or not that's the case or not, and a few different outlets reporting that, Samuel Luckhurst earlier on as well, a few different outlets, I believe, reporting that Christian Eriksen is not expected to join United on tour. I mean, I don't really understand this, to be honest. I don't really understand that if that's the case, but seems a little bit odd to me. I mean, okay, let's get him out there as soon as possible. I mean, we've still got a couple of games out there in Oceania to play, so why not get these guys out there? It doesn't quite add up to me. We've got other games coming back, obviously, in Europe as well, like against Atletico Madrid. And against Rayo Vallecano. So there are still pre-season games before the Brighton game that are not in Oceania. I understand it's a long-ass way to go. But still, you think with a couple of players, maybe it'd be worth us getting a cheeky little flight for them. Christian Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez, and getting to join up and be a part of the squad. We've got a game on Tuesday the 19th. Against Crystal Palace. We've also got one on Saturday the 23rd against Aston Villa. So these are a couple of good opportunities we could maybe get them involved with. So I don't really understand that. Listen, I know it's a long-ass way to go. And really, they'll be coming back to the UK in 8 days' time. It's a lot of flying. But still, though, I mean, look me, people do that, right? People go on holiday for 8 days and fly a long old way and stuff like that. I mean, it's doable, right? But, okay. I get it. Maybe it's just a little bit too late when we've got a game back in Europe on the 30th of July, which is only 2 weeks away. It's only 2 weeks away, so you could definitely have a good look at Christian Eriksen and have a good look at Lisandro Martinez in the Atletico Madrid game and the Rayo Vallecano game and give him some sort of understanding as to what we're trying to do. But it would have been very nice indeed to have them both out there for the Palace and the Villa games in Oceania. So bit shit. Be 40 hours of flying in a week. Yeah, true, Bell 691. It is pretty extreme, sir. Is Martinez deal done? Yes, it is, Naz 786. We're going to get onto that in a moment. I mean, it's not announced yet by the club officially. Could be during this video, though. You never know. It's not worth it, says the Cape Cadet. Right, yeah. I mean, because of the time and because of the fact that it's only 2 fixtures and it's 8 days before they've got to come back. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really worth it, is it? It's a right ball ache. You know what I mean? It's a right ball ache for Christian Eriksen to spend 2 days on a plane, etc. So, hey, look, fair enough, I get it. But if I was those guys, just saying, maybe I'd be keen to get out there and play. Probably not. Probably not. It's a long old way to go. Long old way to go. But there you go. Let's go Madrid. Rayo Vallecano. We got 2 games in 2 days, remember. So you should see quite a lot of different lineups, obviously two different teams in the starting lineups, but also rotation. So we should see a lot of these players get a lot of game time. So pretty damn decent couple of fixtures coming up there just to see everybody before the season starts. But then we've got a game against Brighton, first game of the season at home at Old Trafford on the 7th of August. So we've got to be as prepared as we can be by then. Will we be as prepared as we can be by then when we haven't even got Eriksen in to go and join the tour yet? We haven't got Lissandro in, and those guys are only going to be coming the last couple of games before the season. And then also the Jong situation. Okay, we're expecting that we can maybe still get that done, but we don't have this guy yet, and he's another player that would have to be briefed and settled in, etc. So it's going to take a bit of time now. It's not the best planning we could have had for the season. We would have been much better off if we'd have just got everybody signed up before the tour, and then they all go out to the tour and play together as a team. That would have been the nice thing. Now it's like, when you're a kid and you start school on the first day of school and everyone's back, and then like a week later, some kid that you never seen before just like turns up because his parents like were on holiday or something for the summer and he had to start a few days late. And now everyone's like, who the fuck is that guy? That's kind of what it's going to be like for people like Frankie de Jong if he comes in really, really late. This is why it's important to get them in early, I think. But there you go, anyway. Hey, what's going on there, Johnny M? How you doing, boss? How you doing? If De Jong goes to the trip, he ain't coming, says Mojo Jojo. Well, possibly not. We'll get into that in a moment, but I know what you're saying. It's interesting, isn't it? Right, so Christian Eriksen not expected to join Man United on tour, but this guy is a Manchester United player. It's been announced for 3 years. John Murtaugh football director said, Christian Eriksen has been one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe throughout his career. It is no surprise that he had so many options this summer, so we're really happy that he was convinced that this is the right club for him. In addition to his outstanding technique, Christian Eriksen will add valuable experience and leadership skills to the squad. And we're looking forward to seeing the benefits of these qualities on the pitch this season coming and beyond. So I can't really fault the signing at all, guys. Let's give it a rating out of 10. How do you rate the Eriksen signing? I'm not asking you the overall transfer window, just asking you to rate the Eriksen signing. I mean, I've gone over this recently, but it's a 10 out of 10, guys, just because of the fact that he's completely free. And he is actually only 30. He's still a seasoned Premier League player with few seasons left. Like, what a signing. And in all fairness, like, okay, the other signings we should have done are non-existent, and they haven't happened yet, and it's not good enough. But this on its own, as a standalone signing, is a bit of a juicy, bit of a tasty one, it is. It is a bit of a tasty one. 9 says Vutinator, 10 says Alec Brandon, 7 says CV, 6.5 says Rory, 10 says Nas, 8 says Sin. Good to have you back in the stream, Cheyenne Sen. Thank you for watching, bud. 8 out of 10 says Denzel Washington. 8 says The Hoff. 100% House says 10. Anthony Okonkwo says 8. And Lalo Vera already says 8.5. Well, he's a Spurs scummer, so he probably knocked off 0.5 just for that. Getting experience in quality, says Diego C. Palace. 9 out of 10. Yep, absolutely agree with you all, guys. It's a good signing. He's a quality player. He's obviously somebody that's bringing experience and also creativity to the table, which is something United need a bit more of. So both experience and creativity important for United and Ten Hag this season. Yeah, okay, we want to see a lot of the youngsters play. We want to see youth brought through, but you need to have a bit of a balance. Eriksen's coming in to restore a bit of the balance up there as well. And importantly, he will provide competition and cover for Bruno Fernandes and some of the other players. And also, look, we don't know what Ten Hag's system is necessarily going to be at this moment in time, but who knows, Eriksen could just play in a variety of different positions for Man United. Some people saying he might even play a bit deeper in the midfield too. I totally disagree with that personally. I think he'll be playing in a CAM, but you know how like we utilise Matter out wide sometimes, stuff like that. He's a good passer, he's a good crosser, he's a good ball player. So if we could whip in a ball and create something from wide, why not chuck him on for 20 minutes, the end of games here and there and stuff. So he's versatile. He's a good player. It's a good signing. Obviously, carried Denmark for the last decade, been one of Spurs' best players, of course, for many, many seasons, went to Inter, had some success there. He's obviously a talented player, and we've got him for nothing. So get in there, my son. I'm buzzing my tits off about this one. Christian Eriksen is a red. Let's be having you. Now let's sign up some of these other players that we need to, but come on. I'm just going to jump into the live chat to see what you legends got to say for yourselves in regards to Christian Eriksen before we move on to the Lisandro Martinez update and what we've got on Frankie de Jong, etc. But yeah, get in there. Eriksen is officially a Manchester United player. He said some lovely things about signing for the football club and having the pride to wear the red shirt at Old Trafford as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play and give us, some more options in the team, because I think we need to connect. Okay, guys, sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. I think the stream just shat the bed for a second, guys. Guys, can you please smash a 1 in the live chat if you can hear me? You might have to give it a refresh, folks. Really not too sure what's going on there. Slabby Maguire's got in the old system, I think, there, folks, or something. What's going on? But hopefully you can all hear me. It's frozen for a second. Okay. We're back, though. Yeah, you might have to give it a little refresh, my friends. Please do also smash the like on it. Help us boost up down the algo. We are currently only 9 likes away from 100 likes. Can we smash the 100 likes? Drop a thumbs up on it if you haven't done so. It's lagging off and on. Okay, not good, not good. It's back. Okay. Right, okay, I'll persevere, guys. Hopefully it's okay. Thank you, everyone, for dropping a like button. Yes, we're nearly at 100. Do get yourself in the chat as well and subscribe. Anyway, I'm going to jump into the chat and just see what you guys are saying in regards to Christian Eriksen before we move on to the next topic. Okay, Gunsley, not too sure what's going on there. That's guff. Right. Let's see what you guys are saying about Eriksen. What's your thoughts and opinions, folks? Okay, keep going. Excellent. Erickson, says Johnny M. Great signing. We hope we get Anthony, says Nas786. Yeah, he would also be a fantastic addition. Eriksen and Bruno rotating 5 subs this season, says Daryl Platt. It's a possibility, isn't it, mate? I mean, we could see, you could see, well, really, I think Bruno and Eriksen are going to cover the CAM position between them mostly. You've also got other options, players like Donny van der Beek, I suppose, who can play there. Fantastic signings to ZX Flames. De Jong to United, Bernardo Silva to Barca, says fire up. Yeah, well, then there's still talk about Robert Lewandowski, them going back for another bid for him as well. Oh, thank you, Gungshi. That's excellent news. Okay, brilliant. Always wanted to have this guy on the team. Me too, Steve Kananji as well. Great comment. Because we want healthy shoes, but there's nothing I can do now. It's out of my hands. What do you mean, Vincent Bullock? Bell, you're on fire last couple of days. What did Bell say? Bell 6891 says, I heard he signed because he's been a Flying Pig United fan for a De Jong time. Thank you, Bell 691. I see what you're saying there, Vooty. Okay, the Hoff 1K comments and says, Eriksen is a good signing. Loads of experience, excellent technically. Hopefully it will force Fernandes to up his game. Great comment here, my friend. The Hoff 1K, that's absolutely what I'm thinking as well. If you look at what Bruno Fernandes actually achieved last season compared to the season before, when he first, well, not when he first came in because he had half a season, but after a while, you could see it was night and day, in all fairness, between the season that's just gone. So he, like anybody else, needs to step up. And maybe he was a bit too comfortable, possibly. I don't know. It always looks to me like he's trying his hardest. But Christian Eriksen is definitely somebody that can come in and, well, challenge him for his place in the side, provide cover for him, but also, yeah, make sure he has to get that rocket up his bum in order to perform. That sounded a bit wrong, didn't it? But you know what I mean? Light a fire up underneath him. Eriksen is good, but the problem is not the front, it's the back. Gash melters like Lindelof and Slabbington. Well said, Abjif. You are right about that, sir. Well, hopefully Slabby out, and we could do some business for Alessandro Martinez, which is imminent, dude. So, yeah, we'll see. Disco Dave missed the game, but did see Maguire starting, and we were 1-0 down after 5 minutes. And it was also quite a lot to do with Harry Maguire's slowness at the back again. So, yeah, there you go. That is definitely the case. It wasn't helped by the fact that Harry Maguire has the pace of an absolute tree. So let's have a look at this then, folks. So Christian Eriksen's done. Get in there, my son. He is a red. Fantastic days. Also, Alessandro Martinez is done, folks. An agreement for 55 million euros is in place between the two sides. There's only just a couple of things that are holding the deal up at this moment in time, but it's expected to be announced and done very, very soon indeed. Medicals and things like that need to be completed. But yeah, it's done, guys. And we've got the here we go from Fab and everything this morning. Alessandro Martinez to Man United, here we go. Full agreement in place between Man United and Ajax for package up to 55 million euros. Alessandro will sign until 2027. Documents now approved. Come on! So, this guy is also going to be announced very soon by Manchester United. It's a big Ten Hag signing, this one, because it's somebody that can play both in defensive mid, but also somebody that could go and replace that human slab of meat, Slabby Maguire. Hey, Raja Felicia, what's going on? Yeah, go get Anthony and 1 CDM, says Inner United. I'm good, thank you, Matthew Smith. Hope you're keeping well as well, bud. Is Erickson a starter, says Aaron Siri? I personally think not. We still need De Jong and another defensive-minded midfielder. Definitely, Aaron Siri, I agree with you. And he could be, in all fairness. Like, let's ask the live chat, guys. Who do you think will start for Ten Hag, Bruno or Erickson in a CAM role? Who do you think will start more regularly? I personally think Bruno will start more regularly, in all fairness, but Eriksen's coming in to compete with those places, and if he's in better form, then he's going to get the place in the team, isn't he? That's how it should work. So it could be a case of them, but both of them just sort of having to rotate a little bit for that position. Both, says the Kane. Play both and we get a solid CDM. Both, says Singames. Both, says Man Like Right. That's not really the question I asked, though, is it, guys? Bruno says the Vutilator. Bruno says that it's Flames, but I prefer Erickson. Bruno says Hoot Man. Gunchi says the way Bruno is playing lately, I think Erickson. Erickson says Jim D. Both rotation, says Disco Dave. Bruno 100% says Merrick. Oh, thank you, David Vickers, man. You absolute legend. What's going on? You're a star. Happy with the new signings forever and ever. Very much so, bud. Forever and ever and ever. Yeah, definitely. Well happy with them, bud. We've got a really, really good central attacking midfielder to compete with Bruno, just to back up, really. We've got a really good left back as well. Can't really complain with that one. One for the future. Also, probably just going to be deputising for Luke Shaw at the moment, but maybe not. And then we've also going to be getting Lisandro Martinez, which I think is a shrewd bit of business because Ten Hag knows him, loves him, likes him, wants him, and has that relationship there. He knows what sort of players he's getting there. He's getting a great ball-playing, playmaking centre-back who could play CDM, positionally great, etc. So it has to be said that I do think that, the overall sort of... the overall sort of vibe of his signings, they're all Ten Hag signings so far, which I approve of. I don't want to see us just going out there signing shithouse, signings that the manager doesn't even necessarily want, but they're just buying them for some sort of like gas-tastic, what's the word, like commercial reasons or something like that, you know what I mean? Hey, we got a super chat from Mark Goldbridge. What's going on? He says, hey up, Piggo, what would you rather have for Harry Maguire replicant clones as our back line, or a finger up the old Charlie Hendricks? I mean, to be honest, send in the doctor now, bud. You know what I mean? Fuck having Harry Maguire 4 times, bud. One of them's bad enough. You know what I mean? Definitely one of them's bad enough. So no, somebody's gonna have to finger me. But anyway, fucking hell. Anyway, but yeah, no, Harry Maguire would be an awful player to clone. That would be terrible. Plus, it would be like if you tried to 3D print Harry Maguire, he would take up like twice the amount of actual materials needed in order to make. You could make about 4 Juan Matas out of one slabbing Maguire. So I wouldn't do that anyway. I would never do that. But anyway, so guys, we've got 116 likes on this stream. Thank you everyone for getting in here and smacking that like button. Please do continue to drop your little likes on the video. Smash that like if you haven't done so. Drop a cheeky little thumbs up. Make sure you do smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. Get yourself in there raw and smash the old sub up. I know, actually that'd be hilarious. Oh man. Anyway, finger looking good fun, says the Hoffman. Oh, no. Right, so let's get back onto the old Martinez stuff. So that's done, guys. Don't worry about that one. Just a couple of things that need to be finalised. I've got all the details here, in fact. So there's a full agreement there, 55 million euros. It's all good, no dramas. Lisandro Martinez is only, 5'9" as well, but there's some fantastic centre-backs in the history of the world that have been shorter, and think, okay, look, it's more common for centre-backs to be big. I'm more interested in how they read the game, how they actually defend, how they don't make gas-tastic mistakes. This guy's rapid as well compared to slabbing Maguire, but anybody is. But seriously, that's not going to be a problem. You saw what Harry Maguire being at centre-back did for you earlier on against Melbourne, sat on the halfway line, just gets done. Just gets absolutely done on the old counter-attack, Billy, thank you so much for being a member of this channel for 22 months, you absolute legend. He says, if we get De Jong and Anthony, 10 out of 10 window from me. Yeah, fair one. Fair one, to be fair, Billy. Malacia, Erickson, Martinez, De Jong and Anthony. That's pretty good. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, but yeah, no, fair play. 10 out of 10 is pretty fucking, yeah, I mean, that would be a great window. Can't really deny it. Hey, guys, let's get a hashtag 22 in there for the legend that is Billy. Thank you so much, Billy, for supporting the show for nearly 2 years. You Don man. Thank you very much. And Michael Day has got in here with a £10 super chat. Thank you, Michael, dude. He says, congrats on 60k, pig. Also, I'm glad to see United finally making some plays this window. Hell yeah. Michael Day, thank you so much for being an absolute long time Don. Let's get in there, my son, with a love heart for Michael Day. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for the nice message. And yes, mate, 60,000 subscribers. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. We did do it. Thank you so much for being a channel member yourself for a long time, supporting the show like a Don. Right, so guys, Martinez is going to be done soon. The reason why the Martinez deal is still not 100% finalised. This is via Mike Verwey this morning. It's basically because Ajax is working on a couple of deals at the same time, Calvin Bassey, and also, meanwhile, Lissandro Martinez and his agent are waiting for the green light from Ajax to fly to Manchester for his medical test. That was this morning, so there probably is some more information that will come out soon in regards to medicals, etc. I'm expecting this guy will be completed by Monday, you know, could be over the weekend, could be tomorrow that it's announced. Very soon it's expected to be anyway, so it's exciting times, guys. It's exciting times. We are finally getting some business done, finally making some deals, and just a matter of time before we get De Jong in, I think, as well. But who actually knows? Who actually knows? It's possible that could go on a little bit longer, couldn't it? Right, okay, let's get on to Frankie De Jong, in fact. So, yep, Martinez looking good. Don't worry about that one, folks. All happy days in regards to that. That's looking like it should be this weekend that gets announced. Could be sooner, could be later, but it's very, very soon. They're not expected, this, when I say they, I mean Eriksen and Martinez are not both expected to join up with us out in Oceania for the tour. We do have 2 fixtures back in Europe before the season starts. One against Rayo Vallecano, one against Atletico Madrid. So we'll probably see them in those games, but we will not see them. It's not expected to be that we'll see them in Oceania anyway, because the team's back in, 8 days. Buy-in Martinez, says Tyson Ochola. Oh, nice one, Tyson. So who is your centre-back pairing at the back then if we sign Martinez, guys? Who would you play in a back 4? If you need to have 2 centre-backs, who would you choose? It's a lovely topic. I love to ask this question because it changes seemingly week to week. I mean, I don't think anybody would actually have said Bailly a couple of weeks ago, but he has looked really good in the last couple of games. Varane is injury prone. Harry Maguire's a complete slab of a fridge and so slow. Phil Jones, don't even get me started. Lindelof, absolute flat pack furniture melt. There's some big issues. De Jong, says RJ. Martinez and Bailly, says Fire Up. Bailly and Varane and Martinez at CDM, says Red Devils Gaming. Varane and Mengi, says Rajat. Varane and Martinez, says Billy. Thank you, Vutinator. Varane and Martinez. Varane if he can stay fit, and Martinez. Martinez and Varane. Varane and Martinez if Rafa can stay fit, says Declan Leonard. Yeah, nice one. I agree with you, bud. That's the big concern, isn't it? And he probably won't be able to stay fit throughout the whole season, so you are going to have somebody to come in and deputise and play regularly instead of Varane. But certainly Martinez-Varane sounds like the centre-back pairing I'd like to see as well. Just get Harry Maguire out, son. Whatever you have to do to get him gone, just do it. Right, okay, let's talk about Frankie then. Let's talk about Frankie De Jong. I don't really want to, but let's talk about Frankie De Long Schlong. This has taken a long old time. So, Barcelona believes that United's offer is one that is difficult to reject. Furthermore, their intention is to close his exit in a matter of days, perhaps this week. This is via a radio station in Spain. And also, Frankie De Jong is understood to be expecting to leave very soon. There's a lot of people saying, he doesn't want to leave. But the deal is there with Man United and Barcelona. They owe him a lot of money. They're offering him less money. He's not realistically going to stay at Barcelona for a lot less money. So he's going to go to Manchester United. So the saga continues to rage on, though, because it's still going to take a bit of time to get those agreements in place. And there is still a way that this deal could fall down. I mean, I've got some comments here from Joan Laporta. Again, he's been speaking, and he said that Frankie De Jong deal, Barca President Laporta says, it's not true that we're forced to sell Frankie De Jong. This is not correct. Frankie's trip to the United States will be decided by Xavi. So there's a lot of speculation about whether or not he gets on this trip to Barcelona for the preseason tour. And if he does, maybe that means that he is not going to be a Manchester United player. That's what a lot of people are saying. I don't really think it means all that much, to be fair, but it would be a little bit strange, I guess, if he went out on tour with them. But But that's just this Laporta melt. Exactly, she says, not that Laporta melt again. Exactly, this guy just likes to stick his oar in. And others say, doesn't he? And he's just a complete tit of a man, isn't he, this guy? Also, another Barca director here, Barcelona director Mateu Alemany, on the De Jong deal. He said this: Frankie is a very important player, and we count on him. But we know La Liga's fair play tells us to sell players. I can't say more on Frankie deal and Man United, Alemany added. Get to there, my son. So we know this is the case, doesn't it? We know La Liga's fair play tells us to sell players. So unless they can somehow magic up a couple of 100 million out of their jacksies, they're going to have to sell Frankie de Jong in order to rebalance some things, just to be able to register some of their players as well. So Laporta's coming out there. Laporta is coming out there and saying things like, oh, you know, Frankie's tripped up to Xavi and all the rest of it. But this guy's keeping it slightly more real and just being like, but we know La Liga's fair play tells us to sell players. So in a roundabout way, what he's saying is, you know, Frankie's an important player, but we have to sell him. So, yeah, so we're selling him to Man United. That is what it means, guys. Can't say more on Frankie deal and Man United, Alemany added. So, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be, it's probably going to be pushed through at some point. It's just that it could be slow because of the fact they owe him cash still. Yeah, that's true. Lucky seeing United looking a lot better. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming, what's going on? Welcome in, Dawn. Hope you're well today. Absolute legend. Yes, how you doing? Billy says, amazing they have managed to find cash for Bernardo Silva. Apparently 70 million fee agreed. Yeah, I know. And like Rafinha and also Robert Lewandowski even. There's also talks of Robert Lewandowski to Barcelona still. In fact, Fabrizio Romano reported earlier on that Barcelona is set to offer a third offer. So Barcelona new official bid is set to be submitted. This was 4 hours ago. All parties are in direct contact now, including his agent Zahavi, to reach a full agreement. Lewandowski insisted with Bayern in the last 24 hours to join Barca as soon as possible, key stages. So because of this, I think this De Jong deal could be pushed through reasonably quickly. I hope so. They're trying to get Lewandowski. They're trying to get other signings, big money signings. If they're going to get these signings, well, it looks like they're going to have to sell Frankie de Jong. I am just as surprised as you are, though, in regards to their ability to be able to go and spend money like that on players right now. I mean, isn't it wrong that they owe Frankie 17 million and they owe a bunch of their playing staff deferred wages and money? Yeah, they're going out there spunking big monies on new players when they're hundreds of millions in debt as well. Something just completely stinks over there at Barcelona, guys. Mark Oliver says, I'm 100% confident the De Jong deal is done and dusted. The only reason United officials flies out to Barcelona Amsterdam is to sign the contracts. Respect my son. He's holding out for it. I think he's holding out for his cash. I don't know what they expect. If they expect him to leave without taking the money, I don't know what's going on there, but it seems like there's some sort of hold up there, but I wouldn't worry too much, folks. De Jong is still on the table. It's still progressing. Don't believe anybody that says that he doesn't want to come to United. It's not really the case because he's going to be pushed out the door at Barca. Barca haven't learned their lesson. What a corrupt team, says Stuart Alderson. Hey, Rushmano, what's going on, my man? He says, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Rushy. Yes, please do hit the like on the video and hit the subscribe if you're new. Barcelona are on some mafioso shit. Well said. Yeah, well said. So there's going to be some sort of interesting... It's going to be interesting if he does go on the Barcelona US tour. As it stands, I guess he will be on it unless Man United can get a deal done in the next sort of 24 hours or so, right? So don't really know, guys. I don't really know what's going on there. When do they leave on tour? 100%. Who knows? Barcelona believes United's offer, though, is a good one. They don't want to reject it because they can restructure things. It's a lot of money, and he's also paid a lot of money per week, so it's like a balancing of the book situation. Exactly, Rajat. They've got to balance their books. Also, reports from Reshad Rahman, who's a Barcelona insider, that said that at this point, Frankie de Jong should just leave. The situation is getting very ugly. Ali Dursan is interested in placing his client elsewhere. There's a lot of money owed to his client here. So he won't be happy with this. And that's going to also essentially mean that, it's he's losing out also. So it's, it's Frankie de Jong is now, it's still, the saga continues to go on, guys. Barca now seriously considering keeping him out of the tour. And also some information suggests that Joan Laporta and Matteo Alemany, of course, could just be pure PR propaganda rubbish that they've been spouting during Rafinha's presentation and stuff. So they've obviously, Laporta was again evasive. He was quoted by Sport saying, "It's not true that the club is forced to sell Frankie. We are presenting a player, Rafinha, who is going to make history at Barca. It will be Xavi who decides if he travels on tour, but I understand that he is." So, you know, this is what Laporta's been saying. And also Matteo Alemany said, "Frankie is a very important player for us and we fully count on him. That's where the story ends. The fair play system forces players to leave." So, fair play system forces players to leave. They want him, but he has to leave. What a load of fucking rubbish, by the way. Are these guys for real? Mate, Matteo Alemany, what an idiot, bruh. You know what I mean? The fair play system forces players to leave. No, it doesn't, mate. You know what forces them to leave? You not fucking paying their wages, bud. You going to spunk 60-odd million on Rafinha, registering him up, signing him, paying his fucking wages, and not paying other players' wages. That's what makes these players leave. You not being able to manage your finances to the point where you can actually pay the players that are there and to also be able to, you know, justify it like, just say you don't want the guy. I mean, just say you have to sell him to buy other players. Not, this new fair play system makes you have to sell players. What a load of rubbish. Just don't spend shitloads of money on new guys then. You know what I mean? What an absolute nonsense. Roy Keane emojis in the live chat, please, guys. It's an absolute nonsense. Roy Keane would be throwing punches at them. Pure garbage, says Lucky Singh. Yeah, exactly. Meanie mouth melter, says Country. Oh, Mamacini, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Piggy, any striker on the radar? Should Ronnie go?" Guys, who would you like to see Man United sign at striker if Ronnie goes? Just trying to think now. I mean, there's a few linked, isn't there? People like Skamaka and Kunku. I don't know. I mean, not really. Nobody's really strongly being worked upon by Manchester United right now, it seems. So it doesn't really look like it anyway. But anyway, what a load of old rubbish from Barca's, president and also the Alemany guy. What a bunch of idiots. What a bunch of idiots, guys. They absolutely sickened me. So they're literally unveiling a £60 million signing, and they're like, "Oh, the fair play system means that players have to leave." No, they don't. Just don't stitch yourself up financially then, twat. You know what I mean? Anyway, so craziness. What's this that's just come through? Hang on a second. Rushmano sent me a little something. Yeah, there you go. Reports as well that Barcelona and Man City agreed a fee of less than 80 million euros for Bernardo Silva. So could have something to do with the De Jong agreement yesterday. That's also true. You know, Barca trying to push it through. Could be happening reasonably soon. And it does seem like, obviously, in order for them to sign players such as Rafinha, Bernardo Silva, Robert Lewandowski, potentially, they're going to have to sell Frankie De Jong, aren't they, guys? Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Proof that De Jong is gone. That's what Rushmano's just said to me. Because, look, they're splashing the cash, aren't they? They're spending a lot of money here. What's going on? Hey there, Matty Braga. Oh, nothing new, bud. Same situation there with Greenwood, lad. Zayn Miasi, thank you for the super chat, Zayn. He comments and says, "Zinchenko, the Ukrainian Roberto Carlos." Fucking hell, mate. I tell you the only reason why he's the fucking Ukrainian Roberto Carlos, Zayn Miasi, is because he plays in fucking yellow and blue. That's the only way you can fucking make the comparison like that. What the fuck? The Ukrainian Roberto Carlos, yeah, they play in yellow and blue, mate. That's it. That's where it stops. Oh, dear. Thank you, Zayn Miasi. Appreciate that one, mate. Oh, here we go, Zane. Mental is back, says in United. Brilliant stuff. Good one, though. Right, okay. So, yeah, Man City looking to get a deal done for Bernardo Silva for 80 mil. Also looking to go back in with another offer, as per Fabrizio Romano, says that Barcelona are looking to make another improved offer for Robert Lewandowski. And Robert Lewandowski's stance on this situation is pretty clear. He wants to leave. Yeah, very happy with Eriksen, Hamza. Me too, boss. Me too. Okay, so just also on Cristiano Ronaldo. So Jan Arne Fjordtoft was speaking on Twitter earlier. He said, these nobody wants Ronaldo headlines. Team Ronaldo / George Mendes can't let that go on for much longer without his brand suffering. I expect a final decision sooner rather than later, and most likely Man United. I kind of think that he's kind of right here, really, because think about it, like, it does seem like a lot of clubs are passing on Ronaldo right now, and he kind of does have to commit himself at some point to us, doesn't he? Because either that or, look, we do get a deal with him to go. But yeah, just thought that was an interesting take on it. I think that the longer this goes on, that it's reported that we're speaking to other clubs, or that George Mendes is speaking to other clubs for Ronaldo, etc. They don't come in for him. Well, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward. But I don't know why everybody should want this guy. Right, okay. Also, Man United are supposedly interested in Jonathan Klaus, and Chelsea are also interested, and Atletico Madrid. So there you go. Marseille have already had a bid of 6 million bid rejected, remain in dialogue with Lens, who are holding out for 8 million. That's a new report that's come out today. Don't know if there's much basis for it. Bit of a random signing, to be honest. Don't think it's going to happen. But there was a report that came out earlier on about that, so I just thought I'd mention it. Also, Laurie Whitwell reports that Ronaldo received a lucrative offer from an unnamed Saudi Arabian club, which was worth £233 million. The club are also willing to pay Man United in the region of £25 million. However, he's not thought to be keen on accepting the offer because he wants to play Champions League football. So there you go, folks. I mean, that apparent offer is legit and true, the one that we heard about, and it's a ridiculous offer. But Ronaldo is not about that. He's all about the legacy. He's not about the cash, so don't see it materializing. There you go. Okay, so that's basically the news update, folks. Christian Eriksen's a red. Lisandro Martinez is a done deal. It just needs to be finalized with the medical and obviously the exchanging of the paperwork of the monies, and that is done. Expected it could be this weekend. And also Jong is looking very likely because Barcelona are actually doing all sorts of other business now as well. And that means that it's more likely that they're going to have to recoup money because they're spending money like it's going out of fashion now, getting deals wrapped up and announcing new players. So should be quite feasible that they sell him to us in the next couple of days, guys, in all fairness. Oh, nice one, Rushman. Says we've got 160 likes. Nice one, everybody. 270 watching. Let's see if we can get 200. Smash that thumbs up on the video if you haven't done so. Drop a little like on it. It's free to do so. It also helps us compete with the clickbait merchants and the corporations and the shithouses. So please do hit that like button. It's free. And subscribe to the channel if you're new also. I'm going to get into the live chat for a bit of a Q&A very quickly, guys. So thank you all for being here. Let's get your thoughts and opinions in. Let me know what you guys are saying about the signings, the current situation. Have your say. It's Q&A time. Thank you, Vutinator. Vincent Bullock says, what shirt number will Erickson get? I think he's going with the number 18, says Vinny Bullock. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so replacing Bruno Fernandez's. I mean, I don't think he's going to get the 10, that's for sure. I believe he wore 10 previously. Let's have a look. I can't quite remember now. I think it was the 10, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the 10. He wore the 21 at Brentford, I think. So, yeah, he was for Denmark, he's number 10. He's not going to get the number 10, I don't think. But maybe 21 or something. Maybe 18. That's a good idea. Pig, will Ronaldo disrupt the dressing room if he comes back, says Billy. Yes, I think in a good way, because he sets ridiculously high standards and the guy's a fucking goat. So, yes, he will, and hopefully in a good way. Piggy, how many times do you need to be told Barca sold TV rights? Yeah, literally, I've already know this to Diamond 94. Literally, do this as a job, mate. So sort of know about the situation that we're talking about 100 times. You've told me this, like you say that I don't know. I already know the Diamond 94, mate. I mentioned it. Smash your one if you've heard me mention that they sold their TV rights about fucking 16 times during this summer. So stop calling me on something that you clearly don't not listed properly, mate. Right. Anyway. Okay. So United players must know they need Ronaldo to have a chance of doing well this season. So hopefully they'll be happy to see him return, says Nick Knack. Wouldn't you, if you had a player there like Ronaldo who could be the focal point of your team, wouldn't you want that guy to come back and be in your team? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Hoopman. Mystic Pig always knows because at least 16 times as Daryl Platt. At least. Barca selling everything off. They're going to struggle in years to come. Bayern were right to say they might go insolvent. Yes, so they reportedly got a couple $100 million for things like that, but they still are looking to, they're still 800 million in debt apparently, and they're still looking to spend huge amounts of money. So they still have to restructure things for Frankie de Jong peeps. This guy's on big money for them. VK Dean says Barca's selling off everything. No one cares about them selling TV rights. It's still BS. They can get away with what they're doing. Exactly, Billy. Just out of interest, have you ever tried shisha, Piggy? Says Naz786. Yeah. Says have to keep refinancing and had to give 10%. Lucky Singh thinks Sancho and Ronaldo can help United's attack. Most definitely, bud. Ignore the pedantic melt bag, says Palmeiras. There you go. But I couldn't agree more. You know, Ronaldo is somebody that you do not turn down. I would want him on my team, whatever the case may be. Take that thing running across the screen. It needs updating, says Vincent Bullet. Hey, Vincent, how's about you give me a little glass of shut the hell up? Billy says Barca can't even afford 4K for Rafinha's unveiling video. Nick Knack says, what's the difference between 800 million in debt and 1,000 in debt? Well, I mean, do you mean 800 million and 1,000 in debt? Well, 799,999,000. That is the difference. I think you worded that wrong, bud. Darren Platt says Barcelona car boot sale. Exactly, it's a fire sale, man. The jersey would be heavy, says Johans. Ashwin says, do you see Martinez and Maguire in the starting 11 since Maguire continues to be captain? I don't know. I think that's just for some weird Ten Hag thing for show for the summer. And he's going to make a statement and strip him off that captaincy and give it to somebody else for the start of the season. That's what I'm hoping, bud. And he's going to say, oh, you know what? He was the captain. He wasn't really my captain. He was the captain. But now I've got somebody else who's going to be playing more regularly in centre-back. So it just doesn't make sense to have a slab as a captain. One name to buy from Barcelona, says Johans. Well, Pedri, mate. Pedri, I guess. Quickmaster says, fire up. I'd be surprised if Ronaldo doesn't hit 25 Premier League goals this season, says Mamassini. Exactly. I think you're absolutely spot on. Let's ask the live chat. If Ronaldo's in the team firing and Ten Hag's got a good attacking team behind him, how many goals does Ronaldo score this season? I think you're right. I think 25 is a good number, Mamassini. Billy, maybe so. Tielemans would be a great option. I'm with you, but I don't think it should be a case of either or. And also, like, Tielemans is not really going to be the guy that can sit a bit deeper either. So, I mean, I say get both of them. Who would be our next target, says that? That's 786. Could be a cheeky little bit of Anthony action, I think. Could be going after another Ten Hag player. Ronaldo won't be around to score anything, says Pyramid Scheme. 27 says Hoopman. 25 says Ilir. Maybe Ten Hag said he continued to be captain until Martinez deal secured. Now that he is, Maguire can warm the bench with Varane, Malacia and Martinez. Fair one, Ashwin. I mean, I don't think we're paying 55 million for this guy to come in and not play. But, I mean, he's definitely coming into play, mate. Whether it's at DM or centre-back, I don't know. But let's ask the chat, centre-back or DM. I think it'll be centre-back. I think he's coming in to replace the slab. Pig swat Tielemans for Donny, says Johnny Gallagher. Would you think they would want that? I don't know if they would want that, to be honest. Midfield player Kante, Donny swap for Anthony, says Rory. See, that could work. Give him a bit of cash and Donny back would be interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if you saw, but Erik Ten Hag after the game said that Man United's defence folded like a pack of cards for Melbourne's victory goal. It was terrible, that actually, wasn't it? Look now. Lindelof just couldn't cover over on that left side. There was no Luke Shaw to be seen. Snabby Maguire couldn't get back because he's got no pace. It was actually worrying, wasn't it? Hopefully he learned a lot from that little sequence. Thank you, Sleep Tight, my man, for the super chat, dude. He says, I love you, Piggy. Mate, thank you so much, Sleep Tight. You're a legend, sir. Really appreciate you, bud. Thank you so much. Let's get a love heart in the live chat for Sleep Tight. Thank you very much. Both as long as Slabby's gone, says Alex Flames. Donny, Frankie Bruno's our midfield next year, says Irish Pat. Ronaldo Saudi bound, says Michael Brunelli. Don't think so. He won't go to Saudi Arabia, but he's not in it for the money. Pig Maguire slow as a snail. That's generous, Jonathan. Like Shaw was as much to blame for that goal as Snabby. Okay, well, I mean, if you think about positionally where Shaw was, I'd have to watch it back, but all I remember is Shaw was playing left back and there was no left back there. You know what I mean? So it was actually, and then Lindelof's left flapping because he has to cover that space. I'd have to watch it back, but Maguire, obviously his pace is a big problem as to why we conceded that goal also. Why would Ten Hag get rid of him? Dutch ex-Ajax teammate, says Asher Katana. Yeah, I don't think he will. I think he'll give Donny a chance, mate, won't he? Shish Kebab, says Rajat Valacia. Yes, I have, mate. I like it. Turns like the Titanic, says Rory. United will sign 2 more players, says Hamza. Good stuff. I hope you're right, bud. 32 to 34 goals for the GOAT, says Rajat. 178 likes, says Rushman. Awesome, guys. Keep smashing that thumbs up button. Thoughts on the youngsters in preseason? Really impressed with Savage and Iqbal. Yeah, both of them brilliant. Ahmad, awful, says Billy. Well, yeah, I mean, he got himself an assist last game, didn't he? But yeah, no, okay, I agree. I mean, I don't think that he's looked that great today, but I do think that Charlie Savage and also, yeah, Iqbal looked very good, man. Impressive. I would have liked to have seen Garnacho. Smash the like button, everyone, says Jonathan Gallagher. Zidane was quality indeed, Hamza. And 6, says Asha Katana. If we can get 2 more signings, it would help massively, says Lucky Singh. Steve Kananji says, if Ronaldo does not have clubs to buy him, should we just trust him to play in the 11? Yeah, man. I mean, we got to try and, what's the word? Capitalize on this guy's qualities. We've got to utilize him. Utilize him. You can't just let Ronaldo fall by the wayside if he's not actually going anywhere. We've got to use him. Zidane Iqbal was great, says like he's saying, so good, wasn't he? His close control on the ball is some joy to behold. That lovely little roulette that he did, man, was lovely. Used to love Erickson back in the day before he stopped playing EA to legally rob me, says Boomhauer. Wow. Sammy Custis to go against Melbourne. Pure gash, says Hamza. Off to the Harry for another cider. Hey, have a good one, Michael Brunelli. Thank you so much for getting in there, you channel member, Don. Martinez would have stopped that Melbourne counter-attacking goal. Yeah, you're right, Ashley Kazan. I think so too, with the pace, man. Guys, I'm going to wrap this video up, right? But thank you so much, every one of you legends, for tuning into the show. Get in there, my son. We've got Christian Eriksen in the bag. He is now a Manchester United player, all done and announced. Have some of that. How am I feeling about Martial right now, Jonathan? Good, mate. Good, mate. Yeah, I think that he's doing well. He's doing well. 2 in 2 for him. He looked really good in the last game. Good enough in this game. Got the goal. Yeah, you know, I'm prepared to give him a full chance, guys. I am under Ten Hag. Ten Hag gets a new era. You know my opinions on Martial. I fully expect him to be an inconsistent melt. But if he can prove me wrong and get in the team, he can prove me wrong, can't he? Hate to say it, Pig. Maguire's the best centre-back United got, says Grant Noramac. You what? Starting 11, says United Forever. This Iqbal kid given the ball. Absolutely, Boomhauer. I thought that it was actually quite clear to see that our midfield looked better and more comfortable on the ball once we changed it to the kids. So Fred and McTominay, not as good, not as comfortable, not as creative. I thought it looked a little bit better once we brought the kids on in the middle of the park. Yeah, Christian Eriksen Day, Billy. Thank you, Gung. She says, great video as ever. Thank you so much, Gung. You absolute bloody legend. Thank you. You have a great day, Gung Leone. What comments is that, Vincent? I can see your comments, bud. Rush Mono says, top show, Pig. Thank you so much, Rushy, you legend. Thank you, Rajat Valacia. Thank you, Rory. Hey, Hip Hop Juice. Oh, nice one, pal. Thank you so much, bud. Good news on Erickson. Don't think we'll go on tour. Exactly. It doesn't look like it at the moment. Rajat, thank you, Jonathan. Ashwin, Lucky Singh, the Hoff. Thank you, Hoff. Hamza, Hoopman as well, you bloody legend. Thank you so much. And Ronald Tajuma. Thank you so much, Ronald. Steve. Guys, if you're new to the show, make sure you hit the subscribe before you go. We give you all the latest United news in a no BS way on this channel. Drop the subscribe. Drop the like on this video as well. That's also free. Smash the like. 5 away from 200. Baby, we can do it. Hit that thumbs up button before you go. Also, subscribe. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok and Twitch. Thank you, Nick Knack. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher, Johans, Merrick Galord, Lucky Singh, Alec Brannon, everybody else as well. You're a bunch of legends. Enjoy your evening. I may well be back later on tonight if there is any breaking news in regards to Martinez, any announcements, any done deals, any things like that. But right now, yes, it's expected that he will sign over the weekend sometime, and Christian Eriksen already has done it. He already is a red. We're working on De Jong. Barcelona are working on several signings themselves, only further increasing the likeliness that they're going to offload De Jong to us very soon. And we did it, baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 200 likes, baby. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up button. That's the end of the show. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and come on, United. See you later. I'm out of here. See